Hi loves! Another day, another vlog. I'm Dianne Nituma, also known as Dianne Vlog on social media. And today, join me on a solo date at Ayala Mall, Feliz in Pasig City. More than just strolling around, we're gonna explore how malls reflect culture, lifestyle, and even social realities. So, tara, let's go! It took me around 30 minutes to an hour to get to Ayala Feliz, but depends sa traffic. But the good thing is, it is one ride lang via modern jeepney or minibus. So super convenient wherever I need to buy necessities, watch new release movies, mag-unwind, or just breathe. Pagpasok mo pa lang, ang welcoming na ng vibe, automatic doors, bright light, and familiar scent of coffee bean. May chill background music and the crowd, mostly middle class, families, barkada, and couples. Ayala Feliz has a good mix of local and international brands. May mid-range like H&M and Coffee Bean, plus budget-friendly spots like Bench and Jollibee. It really caters to a wide variety of social classes. But at the core, it still leans aspirational and very middle class. Let's start shopping with international brand like H&M. You're greeted with minimalist interiors, bright lights, clean lines, muted tones, and trendy pics na parang Pinterest board in real life. And then there's Bench, which leans into Filipino celeb power and idol energy. Uy, si Stel! Uy, SB19! Grabe, ang pogi nila. Pasok nga ako. Hala, ito yung suit ni Stel sa poster. Kano kaya to? Oh my God, 1.5 for a jacket? Okay, window shopping muna tayo, guys. You'll see SB19 and Korean Idol in life-size posters and digital ads for their marketing. Parang gusto mo tuloy bumili just to feel part of that world. I also saw buy one get one and sales din sa iba't ibang store, but of course, selected items lang. It creates this pressure na sayang kung di ko kukunin kahit wala ka naman talagang balak bumili. That's the trap of consumers culture. Next up, Mumuso. My weakness, my ultimate favorite shop. Like I never need anything here, but the cute packaging and layout makes me feel like I should buy something. That's the psychology of malls. They make you want things just because they're cute and beautiful. Mumuso sells Korean-inspired, but a lot of items are made in China. And that's what's interesting, how global brands repackage themselves to fit Filipino taste and mall culture. Kakapagod mag-window shopping, so tara kain muna tayo sa Jollibee. For lunch, I'm here at Jollibee and I ordered their new item, chicken fillet meal, 69 pesos lang. May mix and match din sila, 78 pesos for either spaghetti or burger steak with fries or drinks. Affordable, diba? So let's see kung sulit talaga. For 69 pesos, you don't expect much, but it still makes you wonder, are we paying for the food, the convenience, or the brand? Regardless, the friendly service and familiar taste add to the experience. Now, for the dessert time, I'm now at Coffee Bean, one of my favorite spots to chill and study. The vibe here is calm, cozy, and a bit premium, perfect for productivity or relaxation. The store aesthetic and cleanliness add to the value of what you're paying for. For me, the peaceful space you get justify the price. Experiences like this made me realize how branding, store aesthetic, and hospitality influence how you perceive values. First impression often decide if something feels worth it, whatever the taste, price, or ambience. In this case, it's mostly about taste, if I personally like it or not. Trying something for the first time, especially depending on the price, often leaves an impression that determines if I'd recommend it to others. Aside from that, I also evaluate the ambience, store aesthetic, cleanliness of the facilities, and the hospitality of the staff, since all of these aspects reflect the store's overall brand identity and business values. However, when everything is compromised in financial terms, I always go back to the product or services that I can afford. Affordability becomes a key factor when choosing where to eat or where to buy, even if I want to experience something premium or trendy. Mainstream brands like the ones I visited today, H&M, Bench, Miniso, and Jollibee, they build a really strong marketing strategy. Wherever online sa TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook, or offline through giant posters and mall events. They know exactly who they're talking to and how to draw people in. And the way they guide consumer behavior and even led us to specific malls and location. Of course, brand like Jollibee understand the heart of Filipino consumers through the idea of salo-salo ng pamilya or barkada and the nostalgia. They embedded themselves in our culture, tradition, and emotion. Pero ngayon, with the continuous rise of inflation, it affects everything. People are being more careful and skeptical about these prices. Pero mas nagiging conscious tayo na, is this really worth it? If not, I skip it. Honestly, based on my experience with the food I eat kanina, it made me question the amount, size, and the quality compared to the price. Parang we're paying more but getting less, which doesn't feel fair. And it made me reflect on the bigger picture about the system we're part of. Not all brands or businesses recognize that we are come from different social backgrounds. And after this, I walk away with more perspective on consumerism, mall culture, popular culture, and the realities of our economic and social structure. We may not always notice it, pero everything we experience in mall is the product of the capitalist society we're living in. Malls in the Philippines have basically replaced public spaces. Kaya kahit gusto lang natin magpahinga, tumambay o makipag-bonding, dito tayo pumupunta kahit private space siya. Malls are designed for spending, not just for staying. And while they feel accessible, they're built to serve the interests of the elite. The rise also leads to a deeper issues of land ownership, rentification, and the continued exploitation of labor in the big enterprises. A lot of what's sold in malls is aspirational, often high-end, created to make you want more. But at this point, I've learned not to spend on things that I don't give real value. I ask myself, do I really need this? Or I was just influenced? This really shows how deeply capitalism has shaped popular culture and how we, as a consumer, play a role in this cycle. In the end, mall aren't just place to shop or chill. They mirror our society. They show us how we live, how we value, and how we serve. And maybe the real value isn't in what we buy, but in what we notice, what we reflect on, and what we eventually choose to change. Thank you for spending the day with me. If you enjoyed this solo, reflective, and chill vlog, don't forget to like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe for more content like this. Till next time, stay mindful, stay curious, always drink your water. Bye!